Good morning, everyone. This is Craig Studnicky. I'm president of Related International Realty, and welcome to our Insider Series. Today, we are with Liz Lopez, who manages both our Coral Gables, Brickell Avenue, and Edgewater offices. Good morning, Liz.
Good morning, Craig. How are you today?
I'm doing just fine for a Wednesday in August.
I know.
It's still 1,000 degrees outside. I'm looking forward to actually October, when the temperature drops a little bit. Anyway, everything's great. And
Good.
welcome.
Good. Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank you. In the last month or so, the effort that I have seen from you has been extraordinary. I'm speaking on behalf of Matt Allen, George Perez, Mike Ambrosia, Veronica Gorson. Everybody from senior management has noticed the effort that you've made because you just used to manage Coral Gables. You're managing a lot more offices now, which means there's a lot more people looking at you and talking to you and texting you and calling you every day. And you've been remarkably responsive and very professional. And I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
But now we're getting into the meat of the Insider Series. Everybody that works with you, for you, with you, including me, I want to know a little bit more about you. So let's start with, when did you come to Florida?
Well, that's 23 years ago.
Okay, quite a while ago.
I left Cuba when I was 24 years old. So if you do the math.
Yeah, I'm not going to. You just
I'm 48, it's okay, it's okay. I left Cuba in 1997, and like any other Cuban has a story to tell that
Right.
I'm not gonna take the time today to tell. But I left Cuba to Spain with my mom. We spent there 15 days, and then we came to US.
And you chose Florida. Why Florida?
Well, all my family was here.
Okay.
So it was Miami was the final destination.
It's kind of a rhetorical question because most Cubans come to Florida anyway, because Miami really, it's so
Yes.
close and it's like a second home. In most cases, even the first home now for many Cuban Americans.
Yes.
When did you decide that, well, hold on, you have a son though, you want to talk a little bit about.
I have, his name is Alex. He's 16 years old. I'm a proud mom of a teenager. And if you look in social media, you'll see, him on social media with me.
Well, I also notice a lot of baseball videos. I see him as potentially the next A-Rod. He is a talented baseball player.
Well, he loved baseball. He's been in baseball since he was 4 years old. And what I want for him to do is, since he loves so much baseball, it's not even the major leagues. It's just doing what he loves. Mm-hmm. And enjoying, what he loves and be able to play a sport that he wants. So, that's my biggest, accomplishment for him to do what he likes.
And your biggest motivation to do what you do every day.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
There's always a why, right? There's always a why we do anything that we do.
I will say, you know what? Yes, 100%. And because you mentioned, I came from Cuba and it's different when you come from another country, especially from Cuba, that you cannot, you don't have options. I will say that, and you don't have you may have goals, but you don't have options to get to those goals. Mm-hmm. So when you get to US and you have so many options to pursue and so many dreams to accomplish, and you can do it. So that's what I'm trying to teach him. That he has so many things at hands, and it's only a matter of him sacrificing himself and doing it and achieving what he wants. So.
And I don't mean to sound overly red, white, and blue, but we all know that inside this country, you really can. If you apply yourself, you can pretty much accomplish anything you want. You just have to have it here. Correct. This is secondary. This is everything.
100%.
Everything.
100%.
But you chose real estate.
I did.
Of all the things you could have done, you chose real estate.
And I did it because I was trying to get an apartment a long time ago. And the realtor that I was trying to get to show me the property, he was not doing the right job. So I said, if he's making money,
if he can do it.
If he can do it, I can do it. Mm-hmm. So, I decided, I was working for a long time for a company. I was managing 50 people under me. And I said, I think it's time for me to go to another direction. I took the time. I had the opportunity to take the time at that time. And I decided to go into real estate because somebody was doing an awful job showing me houses. And I said, if he can do it, I can do it. and I can give, better service, and I can be a better realtor. So.
Before you joined RelatedISG, who were you working for? Why did you join RelatedISG?
Yeah, my first company was Avanti.
Okay.
They have a great technology base.
They do.
They do, and at the beginning, that was where I was looking for. And then someone referred me to Alex Vidal.
Okay.
We did the interview.
The irresistible Alex Vidal.
The irresistible Alex Vidal. We did the interview at Echo Brickell Sales Center.
Okay.
And it was beautiful, the place. And I said, oh my God, what, the type of company that I'm trying to get into. It's a really powerful company with a name RelatedISG. So I say yes.
I have to thank Property Markets Group because Carolina Gertz was interviewed at Echo Aventura and you were interviewed at Echo Brickell. So I have to thank them for the use of their sales offices because we were able to get two gems working for RelatedISG. So thank you, Ryan Shear, Ken Maloney, and Alex. So you joined RelatedISG.
I did.
But
I know.
I broke my heart.
I left for a month. For a month or so.
It was a long month.
I left and it was, nothing personal. It was just, somebody got open an office and he was a friend of mine and he asked me to join him and help him. And then I said yes. And it was at Gables.
Okay.
So it
and
was
you live down there?
Yeah. So it was timing because Alex called me and said, hey, I have a proposition. We want to open something in Gables and I want you to manage the office. And I said yes. And here I am. And
yes, well, wait a minute. You came back.
I came back. Yes, I came back. I left.
But what is it about RelatedISG that you enjoy so much? I mean, seriously, just tell everybody from your heart. What is it about us?
What I'm gonna say may sound, the same thing that everybody says, but I think it's more like I feel like family. Like it's home to me. Mm-hmm. When I came back, it was like I never left. And the way the agents work, the way the agents change information, the way the agents help each other, it feels like you're home. There is competition among the agents, but it's competition, but trying to help each other.
Let me touch on that point. There are other companies out there that I'm learning that offer technology, for example, and marketing support, but not within the company, but from outside sources.
Okay.
In my opinion, it lacks a little bit of this. It lacks that face-to-face arguing, disagreeing, the creating of various strategies to help us get more listings and close more sales. I don't want to lead the witness, but would you say that you do get that inside RelatedISG?
I do, and not only me, but the agents. The fact that you can go to the office and we have an open door policy. Everybody can go to the office and talk and share personal feelings. But the fact that you have the possibility of going into an office and see, let's say, transaction coordinators in the office.
Yes, right.
And they can work with them. They can ask them to help them with a file. It's more personal. You don't need to wait for an online training. You don't nowadays, because of COVID-19, you have to do everything through Zoom.
A lot of Zoom going on.
But in a normal type of environment, it's more personal. It's more this.
Got it.
Even right now, with the Zoom meetings that we do every Monday for sales meetings, we do it because we want to keep the agents engaged and we want them to see that we're there for them. But it's not the same. It's better when you go to an office and you sit and even if you bring someone to talk, that personal feeling, that personal touch it's what makes us different from the others. That's what I think. That's what all the agents always tells me. And I think that's the difference.
I'm glad you feel that way because that's exactly the road we go down. We're very much about culture inside RelatedISG. And culture, in short, means that we respect each other, we support each other as human beings. We give it as much of a human touch as the day will permit in the hours that we have available to us. We're only doing Zoom because of the year that we're living through in 2020, not because that's our preference. Our preference is this. You just shared with everybody a little bit of your why. Your handsome young son, Alex.
Yes.
The next New York Yankee from Miami, Florida. But it's been a challenging year. You know, you and Carolina and myself, we know how well real estate is selling, particularly single family houses, probably because of the social distancing aspect of, you know, that it brings. But there's more that makes Liz Lopez tick, and there's more that keeps you motivated and keeps you inspired, that inspires others, or I call it the golden nugget, that works for you. And whatever that is that works for you will probably work for those that are watching us right now, those that work inside RelatedISG, and maybe those that don't work yet inside RelatedISG. So Liz, if you would, share with everybody, what's the golden nugget that makes you accomplish what you accomplish every single week?
I'm going to tell you something. It's just, I read a book long time ago that changed my life completely. It's called The 4 Agreements. And one of the 4 agreements is always do your best, right? And don't take anything personal. There's 2 more, but those 2, and don't make assumptions. Those 3 were really impact my life in a way that I was seeing things, you know, before, and the way I see it now. And going back to the always do your best. Like anybody else, I feel, you know, sometimes I get up in the morning and I'm tired. I have my fears, you know, and I try to face all that, you know, trying to do always my best. Because, you know, normal times, it's easy to perform. It's easy to work. It's easy to accomplish, you know, goals. But when we have this type of challenges nowadays in 2020 with the COVID-19, and you still get up in the morning, and if you have to go to the office, you go to the office, and if you have to interview someone, you go and you do it. That's what makes, you know, being a little bit different from the others. That no matter what happens to you, how many, you know, punches life, you know, throws you, while, you know, where you're going through life, try to keep it, you know, your face up, and do your best. Do your best with the best of your abilities. And do not ever, ever, ever lose compassion for others. That's what makes me get up in the morning and try to, you know, to perform.
It's hard to do too, isn't it?
It is.
Do your best every day.
It is, yes.
You know,
it is.
when you're confronted with various headwinds, whatever they may be.
It is.
It's not easy, but you probably, when you put your head on the pillow at night, you probably sleep a little bit better than most, knowing that you did do your very best. Despite everything that's always
like I said, you know, I don't want to try to say something that it's very, very easy to say. Like I said, I have fears. You know, I face a lot of challenges in life, personal and professional. But I still try to do my best.
Carolina Gertz, you, Liz Lopez, and myself, we are on a little bit of a mission to continue to grow RelatedISG. In Miami-Dade, in Fort Lauderdale, Broward, eventually Palm Beach. Please tell me you're going to be there along with Carolina as my co-pilot.
I told you once when everything went, you know, in a different direction.
Yes.
I called you and I said I'm here, and I want to be here, you know, for as much as, you know, as you let me, and I'm here to grow the office and grow the company and help the agents to grow as well. Thank you.
Liz Lopez, thank you. See you guys next week on our next Insider Series. Bye-bye.